Howdy guys, welcome back to Deal by Deal episode 27. I just ambushed my colleague to join me in this video. This is Zoe Lewis. She works here at Keller Williams.
Hi guys, Zoe Lewis with Apex Real Estate and Content Creation. Excited to be here.
She has no idea why she's here, but I brought her in because she recently talked that she's interested in learning more about creative financing and stuff, and I wanted to bring some guests on to my videos to make them more realistic. So, for people who have been following along, this one is going to reference back to deal number 10, which you can look up later. So deal number 10 was in 2011, and it was a mobile home that we got for free. Cost us a lot of money on that free one, but we made a lot of money when we put enough work in. We had it as a rental for a while, and then we sold it, and then I brokered it. So as a realtor and an aspiring investor, these deals that you do yourself, they end up coming back. So you buy a place, and then if it's your own place, you put it up, to sell eventually, and then you can get more buyers from it. You can broker it when the next time they just come back. And this is a good example. That mobile home of deal number 10, it's still paying today, and it was done in 2011. So 13 years later, it's still paying, but also branched out into other deals like this deal number 27. So when we sold that mobile home after we had it for rental for a while, I sell a lot of things on owner finance, which and hopefully everybody watching knows that now. I do a lot of owner finance, and one of the things I used to put in all of my ads, especially on the lower end, more affordable properties, is that I will consider anything of value as part of the down payment or the purchase price. And then I might have somebody that didn't quite have enough money, and they'd show up, like with a truck or something. It's like, well, if you got $5,000 and a $5,000 truck, maybe we can work that in. And occasionally I actually get other real estate or mobile homes for the down payment. So deal number 27 was a down payment for deal number 10 when I had sold it at one point, and it was a piece of land in Willow. And so that one was in 2017 when I took this piece of land as down payment. And so I don't remember exactly what the details, but he had some cash because we had closing costs, wanted some cash, and then he put the land too. And I think we credited him like 10 grand, maybe it was 5 grand, I don't know. Small little piece of land up there, and not very valuable, especially years ago. And so he used that as a down payment. So that was pretty cool.
Interesting. I didn't know you could use other things as down payment besides money.
Did you really not know that?
I didn't.
See, that's why you need to come to our investor meetup.
I know.
So when you're, you're usually working with clients buying regular homes, with FHA or conventional. I know your team does a lot of VA financing, and of course VA doesn't require a down payment, but if you're working with a bank on a loan program and they require a certain amount of down payment, it does have to be cash. You can't talk the bank into, well, I'm going to throw in my old dog team and call it, the down payment.
Right.
But if I'm selling something to you personally, and we don't have another bank involved, like if I'm selling you a car and you're like, I got a motorcycle, and I'm like, I'll take the motorcycle and some extra money, or just the motorcycle. Matter of fact, I'll take the motorcycle and give you more money because it's worth more.
Wow.
So anything we can do, if you were selling a car or anything, we can do the same thing with real estate when there's not a bank involved. The bank has certain rules because they're heavily regulated, and they're playing with other people's money. Me and your deposits going to the bank. They have a fiduciary duty, however strong that is. They got rules they need to follow to make sure they don't lose our money. And then they take these loans and they package them and sell them on the open market a lot. And for the buyers in Wall Street to know what they're buying, they can't be buying mortgages on houses where there was a dog team or weird stuff working. So it's got to have, they have to have the appropriate money involved.
Okay.
In owner finance, it's not. And owner finance is the original way to sell houses for literally thousands of years. There weren't banks lending money on properties in every scenario you ever wanted to buy a property. So the seller would finance it if you didn't have cash. And so in this situation, we took the land, and I don't remember if or how much money was given. And then he was in there for a while, and then I ended up rebrokering deal number 10 for him, so I got a commission again after that. But on the deal 27 that we're talking about today, that piece of land, we got that, and we didn't need it or want it, so we just listed it and sold it. And then again, we're creative on that one too. We had some folks who had a little bit of money but not much, and I kind of didn't want the property, So, and I'm sure we marked it up a little bit, at least from whatever we credited them, so that we made a profit on that. And so we sold that kind of on creative financing, or not kind of. It was definitely creative financing. We did a lease option, and so we kept it in our name because they didn't have enough down payment to make it worth us spending the money to foreclose on it.
Right.
And so we did a lease option for a few years, and they made their payments, and then they ended up splitting up, and I can't remember if I think I bought it back from them at a little bit higher price and then resold it, or maybe I just brokered it for them. So I did profit on it more than once, whether I bought it and resold it or brokered it. So it was just a little piece of land, and it wouldn't have been something that I would have bought a little piece of land in Willow like that. For people who aren't around here, they're watching my videos. I got friends and family around the country. Willow's not that far, but it's not really where I do most of my investing. I've got a few projects there right now, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy a piece of land 30 or 40 minutes up the highway.
Right.
So.
Cool. So when you say you get other deals that branch off of that deal, what, besides that piece of land itself, did you get any other deals from deal number 27?
I don't think so. So I have a hard time tracking all my stuff. You know how when you've got a listing and you're advertising it well, you've got people calling from all over, and
right.
Some of those leads fizzle out, some of them go in your database. So I don't know if I had anything else directly from that, but a huge amount of my deals branch from one to the next, just like the sales business. If you do a good job for your client, they refer you more business. It's slightly different for the investing side, because if I sell something on owner finance, not only hopefully will they think I did a good job for them and refer me their friends and family, which happens, but I'm tied to that property. So if that property goes for sale again, if I did a good job as a realtor, hopefully I'll help them with it. If I was representing the buyer, hopefully I'll represent them as a seller. But if I don't stay in good contact and follow up like we're supposed to, but don't always,
right.
Then pops up listed with somebody else. They're like, oh man, they said I did a great job, but I didn't talk to them for 4 years. Now they're listed with Zoe.
Right.
So, but if I'm tied to the property, they can hire their own realtor, and that's happened a couple times. That was kind of weird, but whatever. I mean, this more recent one, I think he was embarrassed because he was a ways behind. I told him like, hey, we need to get something done here, and he's like, we're gonna pay, and then it popped up for sale. I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
But that happens. There's a lot of great realtors in the area, but usually I'm gonna be the one to broker it, because obviously my niche, and my viewers know my niche. I've got, I have a type of property that I'm excellent at selling, so I'm the best one to sell it, and I'm gonna be able to resell those owner finance properties really quick.
Right. Almost seems silly not to use you.
It would be, but it happened once. But not only do I get a commission for brokering it again, I also get I get to be more involved with picking the buyer, which I can be anyways as the note holder. I could veto a buyer or something. I'm not usually gonna do that unless I have a pretty good reason to. But yeah, I've had deals that just branch where I might have like maybe 8 deals that were all tied together.
Sorry about that.
No problem. We're busy folks. But yeah, just like sales, it's really neat to see them branch, and you help somebody buy it, then you help them sell it and buy something else. And I've had the same buyers on multiple properties. My very first Tysco deal, I don't know what number that was, but the Tysco deals are the ones that I partnered with Buddy Scott for a while. That one we had 3 different times, and one of the times we sold it to somebody who had bought something else, and they used that something else as down payment. So I sold them a mobile home that I had financed them several years before in a part, and then when I did the first Tysco deal with Scott, they used that mobile home I had sold them as down payment on this one. And of course we got it as a discount. It needed work again. We went and made money on that one. So literally the same home and the same clients. It was really neat.
Cool.
So, yeah, so there's lots of cool stuff with creative financing. Appreciate you joining me, and
yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, thank you.
Cool. I like that.
If you guys have any real estate needs whatsoever, please reach out. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, and you can find me on any of these other places that you enjoy your content. So thanks very much, really appreciate it.